Today, we're taking you on a journey that's going to blow your mind. We're not just going back a few decades or even a couple of centuries. No, we're going way, way back, about 5,000 years. That's right, we're heading to ancient Egypt to uncover some seriously fabulous fashion secrets. And let us tell you, it's about so much more than just linen and gold. So, are you ready to unwrap the mysteries of Pharaoh fashion? Let's go. The beginning of fashion. Imagine standing on the banks of the Nile River, the sun beating down, surrounded by one of the world's oldest civilizations. This is where our fashion story begins. The ancient Egyptians were smart cookies. They figured out how to look amazing while dealing with that scorching desert heat. Talk about style under pressure. The choice of fabric. Now, we know we said this wasn't just about linen, but we've got to talk about it for a sec because it was kind of a big deal. The linen fabric was as influential as the strong fabrics in Egypt. It came from this plant called flax that grew along the Nile. The Egyptians loved it because it was light and airy, perfect for those hot days. Plus, it was super versatile. They could make it thin and see-through or thick and sturdy. And let's not forget, it was easy to clean. When you live in a dusty desert, that's pretty important. Simple yet stylish clothing. But here's where it gets interesting. The clothes themselves were usually pretty simple in shape. For guys, it was all about the shanty, basically a linen wrap that looked like a skirt. Ladies rocked a straight dress called a cuirass. And when it got chilly at night, yes, deserts can get cold, they'd throw on a cape or shawl. Simple, right? But don't you dare think that means boring. A splash of color. You see, the Egyptians had a secret weapon, color. Forget those old movies showing everyone in white. The streets of ancient Egypt were a rainbow. They used natural dyes to make their clothes pop. Blue like the Nile, yellow like the sun god Ra, red for good luck, and green for new life. Can you imagine how bright and cheerful everything must have looked? Jewelry and accessories. Now, let's talk bling because Egyptians were all about the accessories. Both men and women loved to pile it on. We're talking wide beaded collars called wisek, armlets, bracelets, anklets, and rings for both fingers and toes. The fancier you were, the more jewelry you wore. We bet some pharaohs jangled like bells when they walked. Makeup more than just beauty. But wait, there's more. In Egypt, makeup wasn't just for looking pretty, it was for everyone, even guys. They used it to protect their skin from the sun, keep bugs away, and show off their status. The most famous was kohl, this dark powder they put around their eyes. They thought it helped them see better in the bright sun. It's kind of like how athletes put black marks under their eyes today. Hair and wigs. Let's not forget about hair. Egyptians were serious about their eidos. Many people actually shaved their heads to stay cool, then wore wigs for style. It's like having a different hairstyle every day. Plus, wigs protected your head from the sun and showed how rich and important you were. Talk about a status symbol. Footwear sandals. When it came to shoes, most Egyptians went barefoot a lot. But when they did wear shoes, they chose sandals made from papyrus or palm leaves. And get this, pharaohs even had sandals with their enemies' faces on the soles. Talk about walking all over your problems. The elite pharaohs. Speaking of pharaohs, let us tell you, these god kings and queens were on a whole other level of fancy. We're talking the finest, thinnest linen, decorations of pure gold and precious stones, and special crown-like hats called headdresses. Male pharaohs even wore fake beards. And have you seen King Tut's golden death mask? It's like a disco ball for your face. Fashion in the afterlife. But here's the kicker, Egyptians didn't just dress up for life, they dressed up for the afterlife too. They filled their tombs with their favorite clothes, jewelry, makeup, and even little servant statues to help them dress for eternity. Now that's what we call taking your style seriously. Lasting influence. You know what's really cool? Many things ancient Egyptians wore still influence fashion today. Ever rock some winged eyeliner? How about a beaded collar necklace or strappy sandals? Yep, that's a little bit of Egypt right there in your modern style. And there you have it, fashion fans, we've unwrapped the unknown of ancient Egyptian style. From clever linen to golden collars, from colorful makeup to fancy wigs, the Egyptians knew how to look amazing in the desert heat. So, what do you think? Would you try a kohl-line dye? Maybe a beaded collar? Or are you brave enough for a Pharaoh's golden sandals? If you enjoyed this journey down the Nile of fashion, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to Riches to Rags for more fantastic fashion history. Hit that notification bell to make sure you never miss a new video. Until next time, stay stylish and keep exploring the wonderful world of ancient fashion.